Hello there, welcome. It's the transfer spot. You asked for it, I'm giving it you. You want some, I'll give it you. To quote that thing that was funny for about 5 minutes once, and everyone kept going on about for weeks and weeks and months and months. Anyway, hello. Yeah, as mentioned, transfer special. It's July the 1st, people. The balance sheets are out. We've got no money, but we're going to spend money we don't have. We're taking Parma back into administration. Parma is about to have a whole lot more drama. So then, as I mentioned, we're into Parma drama now. We've got 11 million to spend, but we haven't. I don't know why these budgets, I don't know how these budgets work, because it says we've got 11 million, but you can see from our projected balance we're not going to make that. Our current balance is 3 million, and let me tell you why. I've already bought someone. I bought him before the season ended, but I wanted to start at the start of the transfer window, and we'll end it on September the 1st. So I'm going to play through 2 months. You're going to see 2 months of me getting angry about things. This might last 3 hours, so belt yourself in, treat it like deadline day, because we're going to have 3 hours of deadline day. I don't know how long this is going to be. You'll know, because you can see it. That's how YouTube works. So transfer history, what have you done, Ben? What have you been up to? Well, we brought Lorenzo Rossetti in, who's I want to say young up-and-coming striker. It's one of those things where it's just like, he's been bought and he's already transfer listed. That's the deal with him. Now, this is where it gets interesting. From River Plate, Gonzalo Martinez. I was saying I needed a Trequartista. It looks on the surface like I've bought a winger, and you're right to assume that, but let me take you down to Trequartista City, right? Look at the attributes he's got to be a Trequartista. He is perfect, and let me tell you for why. I've decided on a formation. Let's check it out. Boom. There it is. So, as you can see from this formation, we are settling on this. This is it. But I've got a few spots that need filling. Not only have I got a few spots that need filling, I've got squad improvements to make. Loan players are going to be coming in. Loan players out, a thing of the past. Let me take you to the under-20s, and we can. That's how much we can scroll now. So look at that. That's marvellous, isn't it? And you might think, oh, they must all be in the under-18s. No. We've got, our squads are now looking like actual squads rather than creches. So that's good. Anyway, let's crack on then. If anything comes up, if any business goes down, if any deals get done, you will be the first to know. Let's get on with it. So, I showed you the areas that need improvement, and this is the first man that's caught my eye. Felipe Gutierrez. I can potentially get him on loan from Juve. Plays as a central midfielder, or as a defensive midfielder. You can see quite a few teams are in for him. I think we should be in for him. I think it makes logical sense for us to offer exactly what they want. Not only am I going to say a squad status as a first team, key player. So let's hope we get him. Monthly fee's fine with me. We're only paying 30% of the wages, so I'll suggest the terms. We'll make the offer. It'll be a power player in a matter of moments. I'm not done. Midfield options are vital. Our midfield is probably what's been letting us down. Obviously, De Guzman's gone off on his loan. He's left again. So we've got to fill that middle. Lucas Leiva, 40% of the wages, which is quite a lot, I will admit. We've got quite a lot of wage budget to spend as it is right now. Monthly fee 50k, again, not a problem. That's what, 250k over a season. I'll take it. So we, again, suggest the terms. And make the offer. Let's see if he comes in. Lucas Leiva and Felipe Gutierrez will improve our midfield tenfold. Obviously, there's Joe Nabi Mikel there as well that we could go for, but he's Joe Nabi Mikel, so obviously not. Folks, I am on a loan mission right now. Klima Babacar, you will have heard of him, you will know about him. He could be the man to lead our line, and I'll tell you for why. We look at Seri right now. I want to get the most out of Seri this year, but at the same token, he's just not ready. I know he develops into a world beater, but when you compare the two, there's not a great deal of competition, is there? Babacar's got him. So again, loan offer to be made. We're going to have to see if these happen. Obviously, I could try and make the purchases for actual cash, but that sounds foolish. We are spending a lot on monthly fees, but I think our squad overall is going to be a lot better. You think about how much we're paying him per week anyway, not a great deal. So suggest the terms, make the offer. I'm getting good at this. So such is the nature of a transfer window. Not only are we going to try and bring players in, obviously players are going to get bids for them. Chievo are coming in for Albertazzi. Not a great deal of bid though there. 1.7 million for a player that's probably going to start every single game for me this season. So I will go back to the offer, and I will very happily say 20 million, or you can get out of town. Suggest terms, weren't even interested. So, we've got more offers made. Reject. Another bid. We're not accepting it. It's for Andrea Conti, a right back we bought last summer. Plenty of time to develop. Italian as well. There is not a single chance that I'll be selling him this window, though it does say he's transfer listed. I didn't do that. news just reaching us here that Parma Drama have indeed signed Lucas Leiva. It's a loan deal that Dr. Benji's very pleased with. He said, yeah, I'm good. Now, what are you doing on my drive? The loan deal is expected to last for the entire year. Wages of 40%, monthly fee of around 50,000 English pounds. Liverpool midfielder's been out of favour in the Premier League for them, but he's on his way to Parma, and the deal has been done. Reports coming into us now that after a long discussion with Lucas Leiva, Parma have agreed the deal, and it'll be happening right now. Yes, so as you may or may not have heard, Parma have indeed secured the deal for Lucas. He's now officially a Parma player. I know I've got Prediger sort of playing in that defensive midfield role, but I think this guy is going to be a little bit more suited to what we want, right in there, sort of a destroyer. So I'm going to make the move right now. Lucas Leiva in the squad, still very good at the ripe old age of 29. To get him on loan for an entire year, to me, is a bit of fantastic business. So, continuing on, let's see what else we can do. We've had a bid for Salvador Agra. I intend to play Biabiani on that right, give him one more year, and if it doesn't work, just let him go. This guy is my backup, so I don't want to sell him. He's not exactly on a big wage or anything. He's just sort of in the squad, so I don't really want to let him go. So I'm going to reject the offer. We've also got an inquiry about another player, defensive midfielder, who's valued quite highly actually, relatively young, quite well rounded. Not seen too much of him. I don't know if he's been out on loan or what. He has indeed played quite well last year, but I mean, do we keep him around? I think we'll keep him for now, and we'll see if we can perhaps bring him into the first team and see what we can do with him from there. Some more breaking news reaching us here at Ben Sports News. Fantastic news as well. Babacar moving to Parma. It had been rumoured for a while. The loan move, as I'll show you the graphic here, is set to be complete. Year-long duration of the Senegalese striker will really add depth to Parma. Manager Dr. Benji has said, seriously, get off my drive. So yeah, in the bag. The deal has been confirmed as we speak. There it is. Parma have confirmed the deal, and Babacar will be making his way to Parma Drama. Might have heard that we've signed Babacar. Similar situation to how we sort of brought Lucas into the side. I'm going to do exactly the same thing with Babacar. I just don't think Sarri's ready yet. He's a perfect second choice striker, but he's not really up there. We've also got the Argentine Danny Graham, so we're not in desperate need of a striker. I might try and move Rossetti on or loan him out. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is send him to the under-20s. So like, he's 21, so I'm breaking all the rules. Oh my God, biggest transfer news of the summer so far. Parma, they're doing more business, they're involved. Danny Graham, we're hearing, the Sunderland frontman, is making the move. It's a record fee for Danny Graham for the last couple of years. Obviously, Sunderland recently relegated. Danny Graham making the move on a £475,000 deal, seeing Danny Graham move to Parma. Graham did say in a statement released today that he's looking forward to playing with his Argentine counterpart. It's going to be a match made in heaven. The Parma fans obviously excited. They've been seeing a lot of the Argentine version, but now the real thing is coming to Parma. Danny Graham makes the move to Parma Drama. Don't look at me like that. It's Danny Graham, okay? He's a superstar. Look at the stats on Danny Graham. Can I just say, look at that. He's everything you need in a top division side. He can even play in goal, bless him. Awkwardly, which is basically every footballer on earth, but he can do it officially. What can go wrong? Calgary have come back in for Agra. I don't want to sell him, but if they offer the right amount, then I'm quite happy to. I'm just going to say a flat 5, and we'll try and negotiate, and we'll see what they say. 2.3. If we can get like 4 or 5. I can't remember how much we paid for him. It wasn't a lot. I know that much. How much? Okay, I'm going to find out because it is a point. 375,000. So whatever happens, he'll be making a profit. I don't intend to play him all that much, and if we can get 4 million in the club coffers, I guess we'd probably take it. Right, I'll do 3.4. Okay, they're gonna get back to me. Good. Okay, almost immediately they've come back in and said, you know what? Yeah, we'll do the deal. I'm making a £4 million profit on this guy with a percentage of profit for next sale as well. So I'm going to accept the offer and try and get. So I don't know, someone else in. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to bring someone in the area because we're lacking. So we'll see what we can sort out. We've got a bid for Bertie rejected. This is my director of football who I just let do what he wants, and he's bid for this guy and it's been rejected. He's offering people out. He's not telling me. He's just doing what he wants. This is not big breaking news. This is mediocre, whatever news. Aguilar's off. 3.4 million. I think for a player like this, it's quite a good deal, really. I think his pace has got him the move, but we'll take it. Accept the deal. 3.4 million coming into the bank, and it'll give us a little bit more room to manoeuvre. Yeah, spit it out. Killer blow. Gutierrez is set for Milan, so he's going to be one that got away. I can't really blame him for wanting to go to Milan, but he's a player we certainly like the look of. We certainly wanted to bring in, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. In other news, Salsulo have come in for Albertazzi again. He's got another bid for him. It'll take 6 or 7 million for me to sell him. So what I'll say to them is 7 million. We'll remove all this nonsense and we'll negotiate, because he's a very important player for us. We've got 2 centre backs that are going to be vital. And they've drawn the offer, not even asked. See, how much do you really want him? Not very much. So we're 2 weeks in to the transfer window. I'm just going to take a little look to see if any interested parties that we could potentially get on a free are available. Obviously, we've got the attribute masking on, so it's quite tricky to find like the good players. Is what I'm getting at. But you can get a general gist based on some stats. I'm just going to look through a few names, see if there's anyone I recognise. Obviously, see Carlos is someone a few people will recognise. Let's look at technique. See if you can get any people with like killer technique that could potentially come in and do a job for us. I'm having a little scroll through. Montalivo, maybe. It's been rumoured that he's interested in the PARMA position. We don't really need someone like him. His wage is quite small. I guess we'll keep him on the back burner. We'll think about it, but it's not going to be a necessity right now. So, I let my sort of director of football just do whatever he likes. Well, he's actually found this guy, 16-year-old Emmanuel Orlandi. I actually don't think he's too bad. 18 determination, decent work rate, not bad at physical, good heading, good tackling, good marking. There's something that can be potentially done here. So I'm actually going to allow this deal to take place. It's not like a massive bank breaker, but it can certainly rise. But yeah, I'm going to take the deal. I think young prospect, first one I've seen for a while. I reject most of them. That could be relatively good, and we're looking for centre backs. I'm considering signing Sean St. Ledger, but only because I want to meet Taylor Swift. I don't actually think he'd be a good sign-in, but I do like our recent music video. So I've just had a bid accepted for Carbonero. I think that's how you'd say his name. He's a right midfielder / right winger. Could go. Obviously, we sold Agra, and this guy, obviously, I'll show you why I'm going to sign him. Because of our formation the way it is, if I wanted to switch it round, for example, put the left midfielder forward, bring the right midfielder backwards, and just switch it so it goes on the other side, if we can see a weak point in like an opposition's left back or right back position, depending on what it is, we would change it. Is what I'm getting at. I'm going to sign him just so we get a little bit more of an option. And obviously, as I say, you can play a little bit further forward. He's quite athletic. Mentals are quite good. Technicals are relatively good as well. So I'm at the contract stage with him. I'm going to offer him £12,000 a week. He wants a little bit more than that. I don't really want to go above 13. So I mean, I'm going to lock in 11 because he was being a knob. It cost me 800,000. It's already okay. So the fee can rise because I've got a few little bits and pieces in there. They wanted a little bit more, and I managed to work them down. Okay, I don't want to blow it because I want him. So finalise the deal. We'll see if it's all accepted and sorted, and we'll carry on. So I mentioned needing a right-sided player. I think I actually need a left-sided player as well. Obviously, the formation as it is right now, it's the one of the only real positions we need someone in there. I think this could be our guy, Marquinhos, left midfielder from Roma. I don't want to buy him as such because he's quite old, but I'll certainly try and use the low market to get him in. 40%, don't have to pay a fee. This could be our man. I like the look of him. I mean his stats. Like, he's handsome, but I meant his stats. Just clarify him. We've got a few offers come in for a few different players. Mendes is one of them. He's a centre-back who I quite like as a squad player, so I don't really want to let go at this stage unless we can bring in another one. So I'm going to reject that. Again, this central midfielder that I kind of quite like the look of, who looks like he's going to improve all the time, keeps getting bids on him. I keep rejecting it, though. It's not enough. If he goes over $1 million, I might think about it. The Orlandi guy that we mentioned earlier has got a press conference. It's nobody new, don't worry, is what I'm getting at. I also need to look for a central midfielder. There's someone with a ladder outside. Please don't climb up the window. No, I need to get a central midfielder. Midfield centre. Sturano, this guy, is he going to cut the biscuit? I want like a box-to-box ball winner, so he would suit. He's Juventus right now. Maybe. I guess I'll have a little look through. If I go for a bid for any of them, I'll let you know. I've done a little look through. I think this guy probably is my best bet. I looked at a few others. There's like Jordan Much is there, Nick Powell, but I don't really want to go English. I think staying Italian makes a little bit more sense. So what we'll do is, now I've got to make the decision whether I want to try and buy him, because he's already on quite a big wage, so I don't want to try and unsettle him. But he is transfer listed, so we can get for half the price, which would be not... Actually, that wouldn't be as bad on the old wages then. Do you know, we'll make the bid. We'll try and get him in. I think it'll be a really good box-to-box box. And you need a strong box to box and a good ball winner to play this formation effectively, because you need him to get up and down. And I think he'll do that. So yes. Right, so I have to offer him a contract now. It's come through pretty quickly. He's got a release fee, which I'm not too worried about, because we're paying so little for him. I'll take a 3 million. At this stage, Parma aren't like rolling in it, so it's not. If he becomes a big player, I'll offer him a new contract. Is what I'm getting at. I'm going to offer him slightly less. He wants 18. I think I'll negotiate at 15, because that's what he's on right now. So I'll be cool with that. I'll say 15. Done deal. It'll go up. He's got 1 million in other fees as well. Come on, mate. You're being unreasonable now. This is daft. What have you just added down there? Nothing. 18. We'll go 16, and that should be it. That should lock it in. I'm going to take that off as well, because I'm feeling adventurous. There we go then. 16, done deal. Hopefully he accepts. Some more breaking news. Parma confirmed the signing of Atalanta midfielder Carlos Carbonero. Dr. Benji said, quoted as saying on the transfer, that he's got a name like pasta. I like pasta. Job done. So that's a good one. £2 million even has to be the expected fee. A fee that may well rise. Rumour has it. So that seems like it's a done deal. And if we take a look at the Parma offices now, we can see the deal has been complete. Magical. Yeah. So we signed him. He's officially a Parma player, and I like it. I'm very pleased with the signing. I think it's a good acquisition. I think it'll be good for us. He's not played too much in the last few years, but he's been around lots of clubs. Hopefully he's now found a home. Marquinhos set to move to Parma on a 1-year loan deal. The fee not necessarily being publicly known. The 30-year-old midfielder moving from Roma didn't get a lot of game time last year. Parma is the home. Parma boss Dr. Benji has in fact said that his wife was looking to get a Brazilian, and he thought it was about time. So in he comes, a move which is going to delight the Parma fans. The left midfielder, they've been looking for one. They've been in the market for a while now, and they've finally got their man. The deal's been done. Marquinhos set to move on loan to Parma. So I've signed another one, Brazilian. Don't worry about what I might have said to the press. I've not got a wife. They lie. They lie. Another transfer, but they don't know about this one. The press, they didn't even get hold of it. Not a sniff. They've been getting it wrong. Sturru to sign for Parma, central midfielder. You know all about him. He's a box-to-box, up-and-down kind of guy, and he's my kind of guy, and he's in the van. I'm very pleased, actually. I think it'd be a good acquisition. I'm going to look at our squad when this is continued through and it's officially signed. I'm just going to put our squad together, piece it together, and see how it's looking, because I'm feeling pretty confident that it looks pretty good. Another out was just gone out. It's not an out. It's Belfalde's moved on since he played for me. Does that mean we got some money for that? Oh, how much did we get? Parma receive 30 grand. Smashing. So, that is what the team is likely to look like. And I feel like job done. I may still go in for a central defender. So, I will say, there won't be that much more transfer news in this video. As you know, you can see the time I've gone over this. But we may still look for a defender, like a big, strong Italian brute of a defender. We'll see if we can pick one up. There might be a few outs as well. But I'll let you know if anything happens. But I feel like we're coming to the conclusion of today's video. It's just been brought to my attention that I could have signed Graziano Pella. I signed Danny Graham. I feel a bit sheepish now. I bid for him. He came back with a wage. It was never going to happen. Apparently the transfer battle has intensified. It has, because I've pulled out. Wink? Why would I wink? Right. Viewers, I think that probably brings us to the end. I know it says August 3rd. The transfer window does go till September. I don't think I'm going to do anything major. I feel like the jobs that have been done, the transfers that have been made are the transfers that have been made. I can't see myself doing much more business. 9.5 million spent, 3.4 million brought in. Only Agra is the only player we've really sold. But as you can see, the ins, we went through them all individually, so you know all about them. I think there might be a few names that you don't recognise, by the way. That's just players that I've kind of accepted from my director of football going, this one? I'm like, go on then, this one. It's like he keeps bringing me like different sort of sandwiches, and I'm going, oh yeah, I don't mind tuna. And that's what he's done with this guy, for example. It's like, oh, do you want ham? Yeah, go on then, I'll have ham. Parma ham. Marvellous. So, that brings us to the end, which means this is the appropriate screen that we should be on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different. You know, I'm keeping it fresh, people. If you enjoyed today's video and you've thought, yeah, do you know what, this was good, leave a like. Let's aim for 200 likes. Why not? So from me, Dr. Benji, with love, with care. Thank you very much for watching. I'd say if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.